Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. We begin with escalating tensions between the United States and Iran as President Donald Trump intensifies his standoff with Tehran. In a series of high-stakes social media posts over the past few hours, President Trump has issued what he calls a final ultimatum for the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. The president appears to have extended his original deadline by 24 hours, now setting Tuesday night as the critical cutoff. This development follows the successful but high-risk rescue of a U.S. airman from deep inside Iranian territory. While speaking to Fox News, President Trump expressed cautious optimism that a deal could still be reached today, but also warned of potential strikes on what he described as power plant day and bridge day targets if negotiations fail. In response, Tehran has issued a stern warning following what it describes as direct threats against its infrastructure. Iranian officials say any attack on their energy or civilian facilities will be met with an identical response. Authorities have stressed that Iranian forces are fully prepared to target U.S.-linked infrastructure if aggression continues. This warning comes amid rising tensions over the Strait of Hormuz, a vital global oil route, with the situation remaining highly volatile and fears of further escalation growing. Meanwhile, Iran claims its air defense systems have shot down multiple U.S. military aircraft after they allegedly violated Iranian airspace. According to the Tasnim news agency, Iranian officials say the aircraft were targeted and destroyed in response to what they call a breach of sovereignty. However, there has been no immediate confirmation from U.S. authorities regarding these claims. The incident adds another layer of uncertainty to an already tense standoff between Washington and Tehran. Turning now to developments along the Israel-Lebanon border, Hezbollah says it has carried out a series of coordinated attacks on Israeli forces and military positions. According to reports, the group deployed explosive devices near the town of Shama in southern Lebanon, targeting Israeli troops, and later struck a rescue unit responding to the incident. Hezbollah also claims it launched rocket attacks on Israeli army positions near Ainata and areas east of the Qiyam detention center, along with strikes towards Nahariya and Metula. The group further states it targeted the Meron Air Operations Command Base, as tensions in the region continue to escalate. In response, Israeli Army Chief Eyal Zamir has declared that all areas south of Lebanon's Litani River are now considered an operational zone. The announcement came after Zamir met with Israeli troops in southern Lebanon's Ras al-Bayada area. He stated that military efforts are focused on suppressing and reducing incoming fire from across the border, adding that operations are expected to take time as tensions along the Israel-Lebanon frontier continue to rise. Returning to the broader regional picture, tensions between the United States and Iran continue to escalate, with President Trump again threatening strikes on Iran's key infrastructure if the Strait of Hormuz remains blocked. Iran has reiterated its warning of retaliation against any attack on its energy or transport facilities. The ongoing standoff has already disrupted global oil supplies, pushing prices sharply higher. The Strait of Hormuz remains at the center of this crisis, raising concerns over both military escalation and global economic impact. Now to diplomatic efforts involving Pakistan. For more on this, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William. Sarah, what's the latest?
Thank you, Chris. Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has held a telephonic conversation with Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud to discuss the rapidly evolving regional situation. According to the Foreign Office, both leaders emphasized the urgent need for de-escalation to maintain peace and stability. They also reviewed ongoing developments and agreed to remain in close coordination as diplomatic efforts continue. Officials here in Islamabad say Pakistan is actively engaging with key regional partners to support dialogue and prevent further escalation. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah William, for that update from Islamabad. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.